phones, Babylons can't crack the code.
The 2023 college football recruiting class is truly remarkable. In my opinion, I think this could go down as one of the best classes in recent memory. From all the way from the 5 stars to the unranked players, I think it's just loaded with talent. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about 2023 recruits you need to know. This is a second part of a video that I made way back a few months ago. I'll drop part 1 in the description below if you want to watch that as well. I suggest it. And usual, before I move on, remember to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Now let's get into it. The first player that I'm going to be talking about in today's video is Oklahoma commit Kaleb Spencer. Kaleb Spencer from Life Christian Academy ranks as a 3-star recruit, as the number 670 player in the nation and the number 55 player in his position. Spencer is a factor on both sides of the ball for Life Christian Academy. However, on the college level, he is going to be playing on the defensive side of the ball, where it seems like he's going to be a hybrid from a safety to linebacker position. In my opinion, I think he fits the build of a linebacker pretty well, as he stands in at 6'3", 210 pounds, has good build, and when you look at his film, he is a guy that loves to hit. Kaleb Spencer is someone that could even surge in the recruiting rankings later on in the year, near the end of the recruiting period, as there's a lot of hype going around his name right now in the Southeast recruiting circuit from Andrew Ivins, who is a recruiting analyst for 24/7 Sports, who even said he has Isaiah Simmons level potential in Oklahoma's defense in the future. Moving on to the next player, I am going to be talking about Kansas State commit defensive back Kenigel Thomas from Del City, Oklahoma. Thomas ranks as a 3-star, 1,026th best player in the nation according to 24/7 Sports composite rankings, and the number 80 player in his position. When I take a look at a player like Kenigel Thomas in the 23 class, I believe he's potentially one of the most underrated players in the entire 2023 recruiting cycle, as this is a player where you look at his numbers and you look at his tape, he is a lockdown defensive back that plays the game with a lot of grit and grind. And he has that mindset that you want in every defensive back, where I'm better than you and you're not better than me mindset. Also, it's worth noting that he has some real game-changing speed. He has track speed and a lot of athleticism. He does do a lot on both sides of the ball for Del City High in Oklahoma, and he's just overall a real game-changing player. And don't be surprised a few years down the road, or even a couple, when you hear the name Kenigel Thomas in Big 12 play for the Wildcats. Switching over from the state of Oklahoma to the state of Texas, I'm going to be talking about Billy Walton, edge rusher who's currently committed to the Texas Longhorns. Billy Walton ranks as a 3-star, 618 player in the nation, and the number 54 edge rusher in the 23 class, according to the 24/7 Sports composite rankings. Billy Walton is kind of a tweener when talking about the edge rusher position, as he stands in at 6'2.5" and 215 pounds, according to his 24/7 Sports profile. However, do not let that distract you from the fact that this guy is a straight-up monster, no matter his size or weight, as he has a lot of athleticism and plays the game with some ferocity, and overall is all over the field and is constantly making plays. In his junior campaign in 2021, he recorded 55 tackles, 21 tackles for loss, 12 sacks, and 2 pass breakups. And as of right now, in his current 2022 campaign, Billy Walton is off to a fast start, as he has 20 total tackles, 13 of them being solo, and 3 sacks in just a few games played at South Oak Cliff High School. With this next player, he's from the state of Georgia. It is wide receiver Cayden Lee. Cayden Lee ranks as a 3-star, number 435th player in the nation, and number 52 wide receiver, and the 41st best player in the state of Georgia, according to the 24/7 Sports composite rankings. As of right now, he is currently uncommitted, although crystal balls point him towards Ole Miss. The 2023 wide receiver class is absolutely stacked. However, a player that I believe deserves more respect on his name is Cayden Lee. Cayden Lee stands in at 5'11", 175 pounds, and he may be one of the fastest players in this class, and definitely in his position. And I believe on the college level, he is going to be a straight up beast. He has a good route running tree, he has great speed, and he has good hands. In his junior campaign in 2021, he put up some big numbers as he had over 1,000 receiving yards and a total of 11 touchdowns on the season. And he's currently having a strong start to his 22 senior campaign. As of right now, Cayden Lee has 35 receptions for 512 yards and 8 total touchdowns through the air in only 4 games played. Cayden Lee is a type of player that I believe can make a day one impact in college. Transitioning into this next player, it's the only quarterback that I'm talking about in today's video, and it's a quarterback that I believe has a lot of potential, and that's Avery Johnson, who's currently committed to Kansas State. He ranks as a 4-star and number 124 player in the nation and the number 11 quarterback in the class. I've talked about it a lot on this channel over the past few months, just talking about the 23 recruiting cycle, about how I believe this 23 quarterback recruiting class is absolutely stacked, and Avery Johnson has to be one of my favorite quarterbacks in this entire class when looking at all the quarterbacks as a whole. I believe Avery Johnson can be a program-changing player at Kansas State, as he can get it done through the air and get it done on the ground. In 2021, he threw for over 2,500 yards, had 20 touchdowns through the air, 6 interceptions, while also rushing for over 1,000 yards and a total of 22 rushing touchdowns. 3 games into his current senior season at Mays High School, Avery Johnson's putting up a clinic, as he's thrown for 814 yards, is completing 76% of his passes, 11 touchdowns compared to 0 interceptions, while also accounting for 182 rushing yards and 2 total touchdowns on the ground. In my opinion, I feel like Kansas State is going to have a quarterback competition heading into 2023, and I do believe that Avery Johnson's going to have a shot for that starting spot. Moving on to the last player that I'm going to be talking about in today's video, it is current USC commit running back Quinten Joyner from Maynard, Texas. He ranks as a 4-star, top 250 player, and the number 11 running back in the 23 class. When everyone talks about the 2023 USC football recruiting class, everyone talks about Malachi Nelson, Zachariah Branch, and Makai Lemon. But a player I believe deserves more respect is running back Quinten Joyner. Quinten Joyner is a running back that is very strong and has a stout build that has nothing but productivity on the high school level, playing against some tough Texas competition. In 2021, he truly broke out on the scene, rushing for 2,494 yards and 31 total rushing touchdowns. He's off to a fast start for his senior campaign, as in 3 games played already, he's rushed for 436 yards, averaging 12 yards per carry, and has a total of 9 touchdowns on the ground. He isn't exactly the flashiest running back out there, or even the flashiest player in this class, but Quinten Joyner, in my opinion, is truly underrated when talking about running backs in this class and all the current USC commits, as he's been very reliable on the high school level, he has some good build, and he could add some more to his frame, and I believe his game will translate well to the college level. Well guys, if you made it this far in the video, drop something down in the comment section below if you want to see more videos like this, and who do you believe is a 2023 recruit that deserves more respect on his name, no matter what rank they are. Also, before you head out, remember to smash that like button, turn on those post notifications, and subscribe if you haven't already. Be Kelly out.